welcome to For the Love of Homemade Kits. And this is round number 3. Yeah, round number 3. And this is my first layout. So I just want to apologize right now for having this up like extremely late. I thought I was ahead of the game by getting a whole bunch of layouts done ahead of time before my move. And I didn't have the time to edit them and get the voiceover done before we got out of our place. So I am in the hotel. So for any extra noise that you hear in the background, I am very sorry. I'm going to try to cut out as much background noise as I can. So, but I can't be perfect because I am in a hotel, so I can't. They're doing like construction and stuff a little bit outside, so it's crazy. But I really wanted to get this done because I have Wi-Fi. Woo-hoo. So I'm super excited that I at least can get something done. It's scrappy related. And I did bring my kit with me. I have one more layout to do, but so I'm going to have, just so you guys know, as you see me fooling around with this piece of paper, and that is the inspiration paper that we're using, and it's Lucy by Amy Tan, the Rise and Shine collection. And I really thought I was going to use the other side because that was the inspiration piece, but I really am digging this blue and white stripe. I just really love it. I love the cool color. I've been really into cool colors. So, and I love that wood grain. I love these wood grains. Those are from Simple Stories this year. They came out with a pack of wood grain. They usually every year they come out with a wood grain type of pack or a natural type of pack. So I'm going to add these on both the top and the bottom. Like I said, this layout is actually going to be really simple. It took me a little bit more, or about an hour to do. And I kind of fool around with a lot of stuff. These are old pictures of my daughter. This is my oldest daughter, Leilani. So this was when she was not quite a year old. And this was her first Easter, and she got those Easter bunny ears for Easter from her grandmother. And the minute they came in, she seen them and her eyes light up because she's like 6-ish months around that time, and maybe a little bit more. She might have been closer to 7, but she seen those and she was super happy about them. And so I put them on her head, and she was the cutest baby ever. All my children were cute babies, but she was just a doll. And so I found these pictures in one of my picture boxes. So I decided to scrap these. I really have been finding scrapping some older photos has been kind of fun, even if I don't really know exactly what to say. And you'll see in the close-ups of my pictures, I put just a little blurt of of journaling, and I didn't finish it because there was more I wanted to write, but I just wasn't sure. And I think, and I'm going to be doing something with this, I think, when I get situated in Washington. So let me know if you're interested in something like this. But I'm pretty sure that I want to do a series or a class, maybe a small little class on scrapping older photos in a way that we can maybe dig up some good journaling for those, because I find that the reason why I don't use old photos as much is because I have this hard time connecting with the stories of the reason why I took these photos. And I mean, because every time you pick up that camera, it's because you see something that inspires you. And sometimes it's just that your kid looks super cute in bunny ears. But and this is the problem with not journaling as you're going, right? Is that you don't journal as you're going through this, except for maybe if you put some stuff on Facebook. And I will tell you, I am super bad about posting stuff on Facebook that my kids say or do. So I can't even use that usually as a basis for how my journaling is. And I think that this is something that I want to work on maybe a little bit more in the future, is if I'm not going to get a picture scrap, but I know I might want to scrap it maybe on the back of the photo or somewhere, or in the data, the metadata behind, when I save the photo, putting some information about why I took this photo and something that I could journal later. I know my friend Megan, who also has a video. So I just want to say this real quick. So don't forget to check the links below, because Megan, Felicia, and we also have Christina joining us this round. All three of them have their videos out already, so don't forget to check them out if you haven't checked theirs out yet. But I know Megan was telling me that she has a family blog where she blogs different stories and photos that she's taken. And I think that this is also a great way to remember things. And I think this is maybe why some of the major things that we have done, I've actually shared on my blog. And if you guys don't know, I do have a blog. I have been a lot better this year about posting in my blog. I'm not maybe as consistent as I would like to be, and I'm going to continue to do that. But so if you want to check some stuff out, I definitely share stuff on the blog that I don't always have on my YouTube channel. So I'll have the link for that below as well. And so now I'm just kind of figuring out. I knew I wanted to use frames. This was one of the things on our recipe list. And so I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put this and how I want to do it. But I really like the way that this yellow polka dot works with those flowers. It's a little bit of a different pattern, but the colors are so similar. And it's just so fun and cheerful. And it's very Easter-like. And I really liked that about this. What I was gonna say something about. Oh yeah, okay. So real quick, while I'm just kind of fiddling with that piece of strip paper that I'm not sure exactly where I wanted to put it. So for this kit so far, I only have 2 videos. Okay, so sorry, I was interrupted by a child, which is fine. Like I said, I'm in a hotel room. Thankfully, we have a space that I can close the door a little bit so that the noise isn't too big of a deal. But like I was saying, I have 2 videos. So I have this one and the next layout. And then after that, I'm just going to have blog posts, because I did my last layout last week while we had no stuff. I was scrapping, and then so I have to do the last one. I was hoping to get them all done before we left, but I also had to pack and do other things. So, but keep a lookout for like some vlogs. I have vlogs that I'm getting situated that I'm going to be posting throughout this time while I really have a space that I can call my own yet. But yeah. So don't forget to kind of check some of that stuff out. Like I said, the other ladies, I'm really excited. I love this kit, and I'm excited that I have the opportunity, because I have this kit with me to use, as one of my things. So I'm thinking I want to use one of these frames. I really like them. They're really cool. They're like epoxy, and they're from Paintbrush Studio. And I've had them a while, and they're just fun colors, and they kind of match with some of the other colors. So I'm trying to decide if I want to add 3 or if I just want 2. And I'm deciding at this point I'm just going to have 2. So I'm going to kind of build some stuff in those frames and use that as a way to have like a little cluster of embellishments. I kind of like this thought in the process of having a smaller space to just be able to do a little bit of whatever I want. And then, and it just be, just use that space up if I want, or if I want a little bit of stuff. So you'll see as I'm going, because I'm just kind of deciding what else I want to do, if I want to use these, like what stickers I want to use, and because I have quite a bit of stickers and stuff. I added a lot of extra stuff, embellishments to this kit, I'm not going to lie, but I realized that the last time I didn't, that I really liked having a lot of embellishments. I will say though that this kit doesn't have a lot of paper embellishments, and I'm kind of missing that about this this kit, so compared to my other kit. So that's something I need to keep in mind. And I really like that. The fun thing about doing this challenge and doing it multiple times, but with a little bit of a different recipe, is that you can see what works, see what things that you use. And it's been really eye-opening for me. I've realized things that I've used more often than I don't. Like, I love those sticker sheets from crepe paper, and you always have so many stickers, but I realize that I just don't use that many of them. So it's one of those things that I'm realizing that, for me, maybe not buying those and just letting them, whatever I get from kits, come in, so that I'm not buying things that I'm not going to use that often. So it's really hard because when you see all the cute stuff in a collection and you just want it all. But I really like these gold stickers, and I'm going to add them. Because for the title, I did Cute Little Bunny, and I used the coppery stickers from Pink Crush Studios. And so I thought that these gold ones kind of mimicked more of that coppery color and will make it look a little bit more cohesive. And I'm going to move that heart and stuff from the bottom up to the top. I realize that I don't care for it there, though. This was when I was doing it, and now looking at it, I wished I had just left it, because I really actually like that there. And I like having that hexagon on top of the heart. It looks kind of cool, but at the time I didn't know if I liked it or not, so that's okay. That's how it is sometimes, right? Sometimes I think it looks different on your desk as it does from over top. So that's one thing I found by doing videos that has actually been a little helpful. It's been a little bit easier to kind of see things from a different perspective, and it's helped me scrap better, I think. So I really love those wood buttons from crepe paper. Those are from Poolside. That was the last one that I had. I hoarded that one, and it has a flower pattern, so it matches the flower pattern that I use from the 6x6 paper. So here I am, moving this. I'm like figuring out, I don't know what the heck I was doing with that. I should have just put it on the same way as I had down at the bottom, just up at the top. But of course I didn't do that. So I'm going to cut the sides of these papers off, because obviously I don't really want it more than 12 by 12 inches. And so it's all nice and straight. And I am going to add some thread, but you don't really see much of it because my head's in the way, so I cut it out. And I did use a stapler to staple it in place. So, and I put them in three different areas. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Don't forget to go and check out Megan and Felicia's and Christina's videos. Their links will be in the info section, and I hope you guys come back and check out my layout next week and see what else I make with my kit. I'll see you guys later, and I hope you guys have a great week. Bye.